Tonight, more lighting and upgrades to the tarmac. Tumby Bay Aerodrome and Port Lincoln Airport on the receiving end of state government money. And what a spectacular sight. Thousands flocked to the Whyalla Airshow event for a glimpse of the sky-high action.
From our 7 Spencer Gulf Studios, your nightly news with Madeline Kerr begins now.
Good evening, thanks for joining us. Airports and aerodromes across regional South Australia are set to receive state government funding to go towards upgrading the facilities. Round 7 of the Regional Aviation Program will see 5 airports awarded with grants worth just shy of $350,000.
A major boost for regional airports. Successful applicants were awarded funding in the latest round of grants to upgrade facilities. The Port Lincoln Airport was one of 5 set to benefit.
We've had some airports in the regions there that have got some money, and what I'll do is I'll go through those there. District Council Lower Air got there's a $100,000 project there to upgrade the lighting upgrade on the RPT.
Funding will go towards a range of projects such as building fencing, resealing runways and apron repairs. The Tumby Bay Aerodrome also receiving upgrades.
District Council Tumby Bay, there's an apron repair there and also an upgrade for that council there. That's $25,000 and nearly $26,000.
The grants program hopes to improve regional airports and increase its capabilities.
Certainly it is helping not only the locals, but you've got farmers out there who've got their own aircraft and so forth. And also the RFDS, the Royal Flying Doctor Service, might have to use those airports out there.
The Minister for Regional Roads, Jeff Brock, supporting the grants program and hopes to see more airports benefit in the future.
Round 7 was $1 million, as I say, and they just have to acquit that. And look, I'll be encouraging as much grants as we can to get out to the communities and the regional airports in particular.
The projects need to be completed by the 30th of June next year. Henry Millick, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
A woman has been taken to hospital for medical treatment following a standoff in Port Augusta over the weekend. The standoff began in the early hours of Saturday night when the woman refused to come down from a roof. The situation led to one of the eastbound lanes of the Augusta Highway to be closed as police and family attempted to coax the woman down as onlookers watched on in the increasingly cold night. Just after 2 a.m. on Sunday morning, police finally apprehended the woman after climbing onto the roof and restraining her. The $25 million Fisherman's Bay infrastructure project is well and truly underway. Barunga West CEO says everything is running smoothly as council releases the latest monthly update.
Fisherman Bay is in the middle of its long-awaited makeover.
It's progressing really well. We've got the coastal protection measures completed. Work is now happening on implementing the stormwater.
The stormwater system design has been adapted to suit Fisherman Bay's low-lying and narrow streets. And a low central point will ensure water runs away from houses and towards the drainage system. But wait, there's more.
We'll be putting in the sewage collection system, so that takes all the sewage from the houses and takes it down to Arbon Road, and then from there we'll be looking at roadworks.
And if you haven't already, Marie strongly encourages locals to head on down to see the progress for yourself. Once complete, the upgrades will change Fisherman Bay forever.
Go for a swim. It's the perfect place for a dip now that we've got summer, and have a look at the work that's happening down at Fisherman Bay. It's about $20 million worth of infrastructure work. It's really quite impressive.
To stay up to date with projects taking place in Barunga West, visit Council's website for regular updates. Annabelle Francis, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Whyala's Airport Open Day has been labelled a huge success, with reports the event drew crowds of more than 4,000 people to the city's airport. With helicopter rides, stunt planes, a vintage World War II bomber, it's no wonder crowds had their heads in the clouds all day long.
Filling Whyala's need for speed. Cleared for takeoff, the city's inaugural airshow began at midday, with families packing into their cars and heading down to the foreshore to catch a glimpse of a city flyover. From there, it was straight to the airport, with gates forced to open 15 minutes early due to the sheer number of residents eager to get in.
It's fantastic. It's really good to see Whyalla putting on an airshow, and we're excited to be here.
Wolf Pitts Aerobatics were first to take flight, performing forward flips, double hammerheads and barrel rolls to the amazement of crowds on the ground.
Coolest tricks you've ever seen. That's what we're here for, put on a great show for the Whyalla crowd. You know, we do air shows around the world. We always enjoy putting on a great show for the crowd, but you'll see some manoeuvres that you don't necessarily normally see.
These daredevils weren't the only ones rising above the clouds. Patricia Hay, known to many as Granny Hay, was given a free helicopter joyride thanks to Barossa Helicopters. The 100-year-old former Air Force catering officer says this is not her first time taking to the skies.
During the war, a Canadian pilot, they were learning, and he took me up in a Lancaster bomber. Just like this is going to do, take me up and then bring me down.
Yeah, it's very exciting. It's not very often we get to do this sort of thing, so I'm glad that we have the opportunity to take Granny Hay up today.
The event had live performances from the Andrews Sisters tribute band, a bustling kids area complete with face painting and food trucks to keep the crowds fed throughout the day. But for many, the highlight of the day was Paul Bennett's colossal World War II bomber soaring through the sky.
It's the biggest single-engine torpedo bomber from the war, powered by a 1950 horsepower, 14-cylinder Wright Cyclone supercharged engine.
The Whyalla Council says they hope the success of this event will bring about a new era of airshows within regional South Australia. Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Still to come tonight, Stay Safe Training take out Business of the Year in Whyalla. And Ride for Quinny goes off without a hitch in Broken Hill, raising money for suicide prevention. Welcome back. The Steel City has held its annual Business and Tourism Awards for another year. The event saw business owners, local MPs and even the Deputy Premier come together to celebrate achievements in the city.
A night of glitz and glam in Whyalla.
Thank you very much.
The Whyalla Business and Tourism Awards dinner was held on Friday night to celebrate the achievements of some of the city's best entrepreneurs. Stay Safe Training, which offers a range of courses related to the mining and construction industries, taking out Business of the Year.
Well, I'm just very overwhelmed and really gobsmacked and really honoured and totally humbled. I cannot believe the community support, and it's really lovely to get recognition for what we do.
Stay Safe manager Dean Dempsey is thrilled with the win, saying it has been a 15-year journey to get to this point. And he is extremely proud of his staff for all the hard work they have put into the business.
For many years I got very sick, and then I started to do some safety training. I've worked with partnership with a few RTOs, then created our own RTO, and all of a sudden here we are here.
The night's other awards included Apprentice of the Year Cooper Osborne, Whyalla business icon Angela Antonio, and New Business of the Year presented to Sharon Todd for Beyond the Hanger Menswear.
Had a wonderful night, absolutely really nice. Meeting all new people and just seeing everyone's passionate about what they all do here.
Edward McCarroll, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
The Ride for Quinny took place over the weekend, with riders getting up nice and early Saturday morning to participate. It was a beautiful day for it, with people flocking to Sturt Park to welcome the riders at the finish line.
As the sun was rising, the riders were ready to take to the road, to remember a son, a brother and a friend, and raise awareness for men's mental health.
Yeah, really good. Yeah, so we had favourable conditions. The wind was good and the temperature wasn't too bad either.
Riding on the Tibooburra Road, the riders could choose how far they went, with some doing 50 kilometres and others doing 100.
You know, they did the 100 kilometres, some did 15, but most did 100, and it was just such an amazing and moving turnout.
The riders making it back into the city at around midday. Members of the community getting right behind the event, with a good crowd at Sturt Park there to greet them as they crossed the finish line.
It was unbelievable. I was choking up again like I did last year. It's just unreal when you sort of ride past the line and, you know, people are clapping and whistling and calling out your name and stuff. It's a really good feeling.
This year, organisers decided to make it more of a day out for the family, with jumping castles and food stores for people to enjoy.
We've got more of a family-based event this year, so we're at a different location this year for the finish line, and we've got the community support. You know, we've got all the food, coffee, cakes, and all that.
More than $20,000 has been raised so far, and it's not too late to donate.
So the donations will probably be open for another 2 weeks. So if anyone wants to donate, jump on our Facebook page at Lifeline Broken Hill Country to Coast, and then you'll be able to find the Ride for Quinny link there.
Joshua Mercer, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Stay with us after the break. Dozens of Port Lincoln businesses vie for Business of the Year, but who came out on top? And the family-friendly races coming to Broken Hill next weekend. Welcome back. The City of Port Lincoln held its 2022 Business Excellence Awards on Friday night, celebrating those who work tirelessly behind the scenes. Businesses from across the township were awarded for their services and ongoing contribution to the community.
Dressed to the nines over 9 different categories, Port Lincoln business owners awarded for their hard work, with over 50 nominees sharing a room.
Yeah, so we actually had 66 initially nominated and 60 submissions. So an amazing number actually got the submissions in this evening, and so we're rolling through all the amazing award categories this evening.
One of the night's award winners saw the Beach Bakery Express take out the People's Choice Award for Best New in Business, while popular restaurant Santi's was claimed the category's winner. The 2022 gala dinner acknowledging the efforts of startup workshops.
Look, it's really important, I think, for business owners to be acknowledged for the hard work that they're doing, and that's really, what the whole evening is about. As a business owner, myself being a business owner as well, you do really struggle along sometimes.
The night also welcomed guest speaker Chris Blows, a shark attack survivor, telling his story of resilience and courage to keep going. All skills which can be applied to businesses during trying times.
It's all too easy to sit back and do nothing, and so our committee are really committed to, really being that voice for the business community, to empower them, but also to put forward the matters that really matter.
Taking out the event's top prize for the Bendigo Community Bank's Business Excellence Awards was Untamed Escapes. The award's a testament to businesses in Port Lincoln, which are only getting bigger and better.
It's actually incredible to see how many new businesses are popping up, and ones that you wouldn't even think of, as far as they're not standard businesses. There's a lot of people who are really thinking outside the box of how they run the business.
Henry Millick, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
The Silver City Races return to the calendar this year after 2 years off. The day is a family-friendly event with plenty of things for everyone to do, from kids as well as the experienced punter catered for.
Dust off your favourite suit, locate your most flamboyant fascinator, even get the kids into their Sunday best, because the Silver City Races are back.
Look, it's fantastic that the Silver City's come back this year, like a couple of years out of weren't on because of COVID, but now it's back and coming back, and I'm very, very impressed and happy about it. I think so is the community as well.
October in Broken Hill has seen 110 millimetres of rainfall, but organisers aren't worried about what Mother Nature may have in store before race day.
It's okay at the present stage. We're tracking quite well. The track is holding the water and running off with the new works fairly well, but it's a dirt track. It dries out fairly quick.
Families will be looked after on the day, with activities such as jumping castles, hair braiding and face painting. You can also have your Christmas party at the racecourse as well.
Getting near Christmas time too, so we can always organise Christmas parties out there for the families and also the corporations if they want to come out and enjoy a great day of racing.
Fashions on the Field also returns. This year there are 5 categories, with some local faces as guest judges.
We're going to have quite a few little local judges, so come out, there's 5 categories. It's Trendiest Chick, Miss Teen, Cool Dude, best dressed gent and the most elegant ladies. So that'll be fantastic to come out and look at the fashions.
Tickets are on sale now for the race day, which is on November 12. You can get them from the RDA Far West office. Joshua Mercer, 7 Spencer Gulf News.
Stay with us after the break. Annabelle Francis recaps the local cricket played over the weekend. And wet and windy conditions ahead. We'll have the weather details with Alex Sykes. Welcome back. Thankfully, the wild weather held off for the weekend cricketers across the Spencer Gulf. The majority of clubs entered round 3 this weekend, with some teams securing their place on top of the ladder, while some are yet to record a win. Annabelle Francis has more.
Cricket season is underway, and if you're looking for something to do over the weekend, look no further. Let's take a look at this weekend's results. Starting in Port Pirie, the Panthers continue their winning streak after taking on the Port Germain Sharks, winning in a close one, 89 runs to 81. For the Panthers, batter Reece Fowler helped the team with a huge 31 runs. There were a number of standout bowlers for Port Germain, including Kieran Blackwell bowling 9 overs, as did Simon George. The second match was between Wandera and Southport. Wandera had a 28-run win against Southport. It looks like it's going to be a close season. Over to Port Augusta. South Augusta took on North Whyalla and it was an exciting match, with South Augusta making 48 runs and North Whyalla making 50. More proof it's going to be an exciting season. West Augusta battled it out with Rapina. West Augusta made 83 runs with Mark and Scott Benbow helping make it possible. Rapina were too good, setting a target of 153 runs, with Moosey McRae picking up 4 wickets. Lastly, we will take a look at Port Lincoln. The top team so far, Tasman, took on Todd River, and reiterated they will be a tough team to beat this season, winning by 200 runs. Tasman Jackson Smith made a huge 136 of those runs, and Brodie Forza made 84. Top bowlers for Todd River were Archie Aldridge and Brett Edwards, both bowling 9 overs. Wayback took on Southern Air, losing by only 4 points. That's it for Cricket Wrap this week. If you would like us to include additional information about your club's game this season, be sure to contact us through our Facebook page. Tomorrow, we will bring you other sporting matches throughout the region.
Time now to take a look at what's happening in the weather with Alex Sykes. Alex, some wild weather around the Gulf today.
Well, it was a wild weekend as well, Maddie. Coober Pedy recorded an astonishing 35 millimetres on Sunday, the most we've seen in well over a year. Another interesting stat is out of Wilcannia, recording its wettest October since 1894. The small town in the central Darling Shire recorded over 180 millimetres over the past 4 weeks. Looking at some of today's temperatures now, wet in Port Pirie reaching 17 degrees with 10 mils in the gauges. Around 7 millimetres fell in Cleve today. Temperature-wise, it was 15. Fair bit warmer in Whyalla, reaching 20 degrees before midday with showers throughout the afternoon. Looking more broadly at today's weather map now, a very rainy day in Broken Hill. More than 15.8 millimetres falling since this morning. Temperature-wise, the Silver City recorded a maximum of 23 degrees elsewhere. 21 degrees in Port Augusta, 16 in Port Lincoln, 14 the top in Woodner. Taking a look at the satellite image now, a cold front is moving over the south tonight and tomorrow morning, bringing unseasonably cold conditions. On the Gulf waters tomorrow, westerly winds 20 to 35 knots, turning southwesterly early in the morning. Seas between 2 and 3 metres, south to southwesterly swell between 1 and 3 metres. Showers and 15 degrees in Port Lincoln tomorrow, wind easing around Cleve, but expect some showers and a top of 14. 14. Similar conditions in Woodna, but 16 degrees there. More of the same in Whyalla and Port Augusta, heading for a top of 17 degrees. Showers and windy in Kadina between 7 and 16 degrees there. Windy around Port Pirie, 16 the top there. Showers and 11 in Clare, and a cool change will be felt in Broken Hill as well, 15 degrees. Taking a look further through the week now, Wednesday's looking wet in Port Lincoln, Port Pirie and Kadina. Partly cloudy conditions everywhere else. Not much variation in temperatures between 16 and 19 degrees. Moving on to Thursday now, possible showers in Woodna, Whyalla, Port Pirie and Kadina. Temperatures in those centres between 18 and 20 degrees. Elsewhere, cloudy in Port Lincoln, 17 degrees, partly cloudy in Port Augusta, 20. Finally, taking a quick look at Friday's outlook, temperatures are looking more normal for this time of year, between 18 and 25 degrees. Partly cloudy conditions across the board, no rain on Friday, 13 degrees in Woodna and Port Augusta. And that's all the weather from me for tonight. I'll see you a little later with an update. It's back to you, Maddie.
Thanks for that, Alex. And that's the local news this Monday. I'm Madeline Kerr. From all of us here, thanks for joining us. I'll have updates a little later. But until then, enjoy your evening. Good night.